What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys your top stocks to watch for this trading week. But real quick, as always, if you guys do find value in this video, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. But without further ado, let's hop into the video. And then real quick, two things. First off, if you guys did not see my SPY and QQQ technical analysis for next week, make sure you guys do watch that right after you're done watching this video. That link will be down in the description. And then second, if you haven't already, make sure to check out my 450-page book on Amazon titled The New Age of Technical Analysis, where I go over how to find day trades, swing trades, bounces, rejects, support and resistance, price targets, the indicators I use, and so much more. So if you do want to learn more about my overall day trading and swing trading strategy, make sure to check out the book, The New Age of Technical Analysis, on Amazon. The link will be down in the description. Alrighty, so the very first stock that I am going to be watching this week is going to be KNX. I'm really liking this daily setup right here. We got a nice daily squeeze. Price is holding that 21 and 34 EMA. So I am going to be looking for a swing trade on this. What I'm going to be looking for is the break above this upper trend line right here, or maybe using some other indicators. I do end up getting some buy signals early next week. If that is the case, I will be looking for a swing trade, whether it be that or a breakout above the trend line. I am looking for the continuation to the upside. As far as price targets, just taking this pivot high to pivot low right here, I'm going to be aiming for that 59.50 area. And then after that, all the way up here at 61.63. So depending on where the liquidity is going to determine what strike price do I end up taking. There's a nice weekly squeeze. Again, price is holding that weekly 21 and 34. So if we can get that daily and weekly squeeze to fire up, we should see a nice little move on KNX to the upside. So again, I will be watching that very closely for a swing. Now, the next stock I'm going to be watching this week is going to be Coca-Cola. As you can see, the 75 area has been a massive area of resistance. Again, using some other indicators early next week, I'm going to see if we can start getting some buy signals. If that's the case, I will be looking for an early entry for price to then break above this 64.65. So I'll probably be looking at the $65 calls expiring on the third Friday of next month. I don't know what the date is, but if price is able to push above this strong resistance point right here, I will be looking for it to go up and test the yearly highs at 66.38. And then after that, on the weekly time frame, I mean, it's pretty much a straight shot after that, unless you want to aim for this previous high over here. But after that, going to be aiming for the high at 67.2. So pretty much with this swing, all I'm going to be looking for is to catch that momentum for the break above here. Again, looking at the $65 calls, and then possibly take it all the way up here into this 66.38 area. The next stock I'm going to be watching is going to be Costco. Looking at Costco, if we zoom out to the monthly time frame, you can see we're forming this monthly symmetrical triangle. We talked about this previously in the past. Price is holding the monthly 21 EMA as support, which is very important during a monthly squeeze. Plus, we got that orange dot. So you definitely want to pay attention to Costco. Taking these pivot highs right here, you can see that price is currently trading at that trend line. If price is able to break above this symmetrical triangle and above that trend line, I'm definitely looking for the continuation. Honestly, I think we could probably come back up here and test these previous all-time highs over here. Obviously, that is going to take some time. But if that monthly squeeze can fire up and Costco can catch continued momentum, I do think it could come up here. But as far as a swing trade, maybe even a day trade, it just really depends on the liquidity and how much the contracts are. I'll probably go with a debit spread, maybe expiring 1 to 2 months out. But either way, I would pay very close attention to this. Price is squeezing on the daily, it's squeezing on the weekly, again, and that symmetrical triangle. So definitely keep a very close eye on Costco. If it does break above this trend line next week, I will be looking for a day trade. Now, the next stock I'm going to be watching is Netflix. With Netflix, what I'm going to be looking for is a pullback down into that daily 21 and 34 EMA to possibly start finding some support. Again, nice daily squeeze forming right here. If we take the pivot low and pivot high, we can also watch here for a possible bounce. But then after that, once it ends up bouncing, I'm looking for price to come back up and actually retest these highs up here at 346.94 all the way up to 350. And then maybe in the future, if it is able to break above 350, again, I mean, there's not too much resistance to the upside unless maybe a Fibonacci retracement. Let's see. Price broke above the 61.8. So the only other possible rejection point could be all the way up here at this 359.29 area. But Again, what I'm going to be looking for is the pullback. Look for day trades, look for swing trades, and look for an overall bounce in this general area right here. If price is able to bounce, I will be looking for more upside. And then the next stock I'm going to be watching is going to be Meta. If the market does get weak next week, I will be looking for that break below 229.85. If that ends up happening, I'll look to short price down into that daily 21 EMA at around 227.50. After that, the daily 34, which is going to be at 220.4. As of right now, again, these are going to move. And then I will be looking for price to fill the gap all the way down to 214.11. Other areas that we can watch are going to be these retracement zones right here. Maybe price bounces. If price bounces, I will look for upside. Now, if the market is strong next week and Meta can break above this 238.20, I'll be looking for longs into the previous high at 245. And then if price breaks above 245, Meta's got a lot of room to the upside from there. The only resistance I see is at 254 and then 258. So a couple of different scenarios that could end up happening on Meta, or actually a few different scenarios that we could watch on Meta next week. And then the final two stocks I'm going to be watching are going to be BSX. I like this for a potential swing. It is breaking out above the highs, or it's been broken out above the highs. Nice monthly squeeze firing up, but if we go to the daily, there's a nice daily squeeze. So I will be watching price to pull back, find support at that daily 21 and 34 EMA. If that can end up happening, I'll be looking to get into a swing trade, with the first price target being this previous high right here. And then if price is able to break above there, I'll be looking for a further continuation to the upside. So depending on strike prices and the liquidity, that's going to determine which contract I end up taking. But again, look for that pullback and that base around that daily 21 and 34, just because we have that daily squeeze, which is why those two areas are so important. And then the final stock I'm going to be watching is going to be ED. As we see, daily squeeze holding that 21 EMA as support. We'll be looking for an entry early next week for a continuation back into this previous high up here at 102.20. And then after that, I mean, if price can break above 102.20, just using Fibonacci extensions, a potential future price target, and it really depends how much this squeeze ends up firing up, but a potential future price target could be all the way up here at this 108.77 area. So definitely going to be keeping a very close eye on this ED. Probably go with the $100 calls expiring on the third Friday of next month. Again, if there is enough liquidity. That's going to wrap up this video on the top stocks to watch for the week. As always, if you guys did find value in this video, make sure to smash that like button, as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. Everybody have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.